Hey, welcome back to Lessons with Dad. Today we're going to talk about the major scale and specifically, how do we know what notes make up a major chord? Major scale follows a stepping pattern that you may have heard before. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Or you may know this as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So what does this even mean? So if we take a look at a guitar and we say on the major scale, you've got the whole step, half step bit, right? So what does that actually translate to on the guitar? If we go a whole step on a guitar, say we're on the 3rd fret on the low E string, which is G. If we want to go a whole step, we're going to go 1, 2 frets up. So we're going to go from G on the 3rd fret to A on the 5th fret. So G, G sharp, A. Now, a half step is only 1 fret up. So if we go from, again, G on the 3rd fret on the E, 1/2 step would be G sharp, or the 4th fret on the low E string. So a whole step is G, 2 steps up to A, or if you're on A, it's A sharp, B, 2 steps up. And then a half step is 1 fret. So G, G sharp, or A sharp, right? So that's a whole step and a half step on the guitar fretboard. Now let's say that we want to look at the A major scale notes as shown here. It's the same pattern of steps that you have with the D major scale. So looking at the D major scale, we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and C sharp. The A major scale goes A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G, because it's following, again, the whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half stepping. So how does this tell us anything about a major chord? Well, the notes of a major chord are the 1st, the 3rd, and 5th notes of the scale. So let's look at that D major scale again. If we count these in order, the 1st is a D, the 2nd is an E, the 3rd is a F sharp, the 4th is a G, and the 5th is an A. 6th is B, and 7th is C sharp. Now let's see this in action with the D major scale. So here we go. We're going to start on the 4th string, which is the D string, and we're going to play open D. Then we're going to go a whole step to the 2nd fret, which is E. Then we're going to go a whole step to the 4th fret, which is F sharp. We're going to go a half step to the 5th fret, which is G. A whole step to the 7th fret, which is A. A whole step to the 9th fret, which is B. A whole step to the 11th fret, which is C sharp. And finally, a half step back to the 12th fret, which is, again, D, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If we look at a D major chord, right, what we're going to see is that the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th are used to play that entire D major chord. So we start on the 4th string, which is D, and it's open, so that's the 1st. Then on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, right, we're playing an A, which is the 5th. Then we play the 3rd fret on the B string, which is the second string, and that's a D, so that's again the 1st. And then finally, 2nd fret of the high E string is an F sharp. That's a 3rd, right? So we're basically playing the 1st, 5th, 1st, 3rd. So 1, 3, 5, the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. They all are used to make up that chord. So we can see that all the notes are part of the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, and that's the same with all major chords. So your challenge now is go through all of your major chords in the open positions, right? Start at an A major chord, then play a B major, a C major, etc. Then see if you can find the notes that are being played on each one of the strings, whether the string is being played open or if you're fretting it. As an example, with the A major chord, you're going to be using the notes A, C sharp, and E for the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, as you can see on this slide. What notes are you playing on the guitar when you fret, and what notes are being played open? So if you can figure out which ones are A's, C sharps, and E's, that's going to help you understand the notes of that major chord, but also it's going to help you start learning the notes of your fretboard a lot better. The more you learn this, the easier it gets, but it also builds a really good base for music theory and understanding. Until next time, keep playing.